Well, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So, welcome, Renegades, to a very important day. It's a marker in our history as an institution of higher education, a marker of accreditation. This happens once every 6 years. The last time it happened was 2012. I actually wasn't here at that time. And the next time it would happen is, what is 2018 plus 6? Is it 7 years? I'm a commissioner, I should know that, right? So thank you, Chancellor Bird, for correction. So the next time this comes around, you know, the composition of the home of the Renegades is certainly going to be different. So every site visit is unique and it's important. So I thank you for coming here today to greet our evaluators and to thank them for their hard work. I want to recognize our trustee who is here. Thank you, Trustee Bill Thomas, for being here. And Bill was the chair of our accreditation subcommittee at the board level, and all of you know how engaged the board was with this iteration of accreditation and our work with the Institutional Self-Evaluation Report. At this time, on behalf of Bakersfield College, I want to thank each and every evaluator for your time. It takes a lot of hard work. Leslie told me she got a text from Sherry at 3 a.m. So I know you've been writing, and doing some more writing. So thank you for taking time, and I'm hoping that those margaritas at Mexicali and your walks back and forth to Eureka's with very nice wine and probably a great house salad and wonderful, delicious meals was a relaxation and a social gathering for you as you plowed through your work as evaluators. I also wanted to recognize that the peer review process is extremely important, and that every opportunity I get, I want to mention that we need to continue to hold it in a very sacred way and keep it visible in our country as the way to assure the quality of higher education. We wanted to again give you Bakersfield College paraphernalia, but Sherry kept saying no, enough of BC stuff. So you have little cards, little notes for you, but you should pick up when you leave. So thank you, Sherry, for everything, and thank you, the chair of the team, Kathleen Berg, for everything. It was truly delightful. And at this time, to provide her exit report of this evaluation visit.
Okay, let's appropriately start.
We are BC!
Okay, I would like to open my comments today by thanking this team of your peers for their long hours of work, reading the Institutional Self-Evaluation Report so ably written and produced by your Bakersfield College team. They have reviewed over 750 supporting documents, conducted over 175 interviews, attended meetings, and we were forced to eat. And eat. The delicious treats made for us by the Culinary Arts Program was without a doubt the toughest part of the job that somebody had to do. These 9 dedicated professionals are engaged in similar work supporting student success and achievement at their local institutions throughout California. And for the last time, I would like to introduce them to you as your peers from the farthest north to the south to show you the breadth of the state that we represent. So first, Lisa Cooper Wilkins, Assistant Superintendent and Vice President of Student Services at San Joaquin Delta College in Stockton. And yes, we did check, Stockton is the furthest north. Randy Lang, Associate Dean of Matriculation and Assessment at City Community College of San Francisco, Elizabeth Romero, Child Development Instructor and Academic Senate President at Clovis Community College, Dale Van Dam, Vice President of Instruction at Reedley College, Ken Stoppenbrink, Deputy Chancellor at West Hills Community College District in Coalinga, Sherry Berger. We didn't see much of Sherry Berger in the interviews because she was our team assistant, so she was keeping us on track. Vice President of Academic Affairs at Los Angeles Pierce College, Duncan Sutton, Director of Institutional Effectiveness and Strategic Planning at a private Christian college on the Rancho Palos Verdes Peninsula, Cheryl Bailey, Library, Faculty, and Student Learning Outcomes Coordinator at Irvine Valley College. I am the Chancellor of the South Orange County Community College District in Mission, that resides in Mission Viejo. And finally, Mike Fino, Dean of Math and Sciences at Maricosta College in northern San Diego County. So we're all the way from Stockton to San Diego. Throughout this process, both the college and district staffs have been generous with their time and attention. Everyone with whom we've met or from whom we have requested additional data or evidence responded swiftly and without hesitation. This facilitated our work with you and for you this week, and for that we are grateful. Throughout our time with you, we have felt both the Bakersfield College sense of pride and sense of family. Specifically, we would like to acknowledge and recognize from the district, the Board of Trustees, John Means, Danielle Hillard, Denise Taylor, and Chancellor Burke, and the other vice chancellors and managers and staff for their assistance and support at both the pre-visit and during this visit. We would also like to thank the college community and its leadership for preparing such a concise report to address the standards, eligibility requirements, and commission policies. Specifically, we want to acknowledge and recognize the following individuals for their support above and beyond the call of duty throughout this visit. The catering staff. Stephanie Stewart and Christian Flores. And Christian, thank you very much for the larger coffee cups. And please excuse me if I mispronounce any of your names. Renegade Room chefs, Suzanne Tangeman and Alex Gomez, and the students of the Culinary Arts program. Information Technology Support, Eddie Ledbetter, Brett Reed, and Todd Costin. And thank you to all 16, I'm not going to name them, of the individuals who helped the team members find their way around campus. To College Police Chief Chris Counts and Marcos Fuentes, and the student cadets who greeted us warmly on both arrival and departure each day. Logistics team members Serena Perry and Christopher Glazer. Carlos Barbaran, Ramon Puga, and Jim Croggins from the facilities and custodial staff. Thank you to Nikki Demania and students Diego, Aaliyah, Jordan, Catalina, and Beth for serving as our campus tour guides. Now, where do we begin to thank Leslie Bonds? For her exemplary performance in coordinating every aspect of this event, from the planning to the pre-visit to this visit. Leslie has been on the spot throughout our time at BC. When Sherry asks a question, we get an answer within a minute. Now, I have worked with Sherry for a decade, for over a decade, and I know how organized she is. Last night, we were waiting for some information. I got the email, she called my cell phone, and when I didn't pick up, she called my room number. Within a minute. I didn't even have time to get to the instrument. So I'm laying that for you as a ground, she's got some pretty high standards for getting information back pretty quickly, so I know how organized she is. Leslie not only keeps pace with Sherry, she may even be just a little faster. And that is nearly impossible. And you know how busy they both were this week. Well, between Leslie and Sherry, during this visit, they have given birth to the idea of a new training methodology for team assistants. Because it's such a critical yet sometimes underdefined role. An exemplary team assistant makes a visit, which is demanding, that much easier. So Leslie, thank you for making everything run so smoothly. Thank you, of course, to the President's Assistant, Jennifer Surratt, for her support and assistance throughout the visit. And finally, gratitude and thanks go to Dr. Sonia Christian, who I am sure is well aware of her good fortune in leading such a dedicated and engaged group of faculty and staff. There is no doubt that your leadership is deeply appreciated and felt throughout the college and in the community for your dedication to the value of bringing quality education and student support services to the communities of Bakersfield, McFarland, Arvin, Wasco, Shafter, and Delano. Now I'd like to talk about the process for the visit, what we did while we were here. Prior to the visit this week, team members attended training on September 5th in Los Angeles. We met again in Bakersfield on Sunday afternoon on September 30th to discuss our preparation for the week, prior to visiting the Delano campus, the Weil Institute, and the Kern Community College District Office on Monday morning, where we met with members of the Board of Trustees, Chancellor Burke, and the Vice Chancellors. Once we arrived at BC on Monday afternoon, we took part in a meet and greet event with college leadership, followed by an afternoon of meetings and interviews. Over the last 3 days, the team met with over 175 students, faculty, staff, and administrators. There were 3 open forums, 2 here at BC and 1 at the Delano campus, at which over 315 students, staff, community partners, and community members were in attendance. There were over 40 speakers who testified about the significant impact Bakersfield College has had on their lives. Now, here's what the team learned from that work. Through interviews with students, faculty, staff, and administrators, and at the 3 open forums, the team learned about the heart and soul of Bakersfield College, including the passionate commitment you have for the work you do with all the communities you serve. We learned that you have multiple generations of the same families that have attended BC, when a proud father and foundation board member whose own parents and siblings attended the college shared that BC had allowed his academically challenged son to find himself, leading his son to transfer to Arizona State University, where he now teaches. We learned that you're here for students whose educational journey is not always a straight path. When a former student with multiple stopouts found her way back to you and eventually completed her degree after a Bakersfield College faculty member who took an interest in her academic success changed the course of her life, her words. That former student is now a tenure-track faculty member at BC. She was the first of many former and current students who spoke of that one professor or staff member who made a difference in their academic journey, including the GED student who did not want to go to college but was drawn in by the open, friendly, and welcoming environment, the dreamer studying astrophysics and computer science who had to argue with her family to attend college. Through the MESA program she's found at BC, the support that her birth family has not been able to provide. The 42-year-old who, after having a daughter 8 months ago, returned to college because he needed a job, and now, due to all the support and encouragement he has received, is working on his Associate in Science in Automotive Technology. The formerly incarcerated student who's found support, encouragement, and an environment free of stereotyping. The former gang member who had the first of his children at age 17. Following a serious car accident, he found that he could no longer work in the heavy equipment industry and decided to come back to BC for the first time after a family friend recommended that he go back to school. Unsure of himself, he started with one class in summer school. Within 2 weeks, he found himself to be the go-to student in a math class to check his peers' answers. He is now studying for a career in substance abuse counseling. BC has been a life changer that held it, and these are his words, that held its hand out to help him out. The student from Arvin who found success because of the tutoring support, and the animal sciences student who wants to be a veterinarian and is recruiting students to come to BC, especially students who want to study agriculture. She is very thankful to be a student at BC with the opportunity to help others find their way. Other faculty and staff members shared their gratitude for the opportunity to make a difference in the lives of the students they serve, including the automotive technology professor who never thought he would teach, and proudly shared that the program is growing dramatically with 96 certificates awarded last year. He is grateful for the support of an engaged 48-member advisory committee and the support of BC administration. The math professor in her 33rd year of service who drives to Delano to teach to honor the rich history of that community. The Delano communications faculty member whose parents did not graduate from high school and who sought an education to work with rural communities. The engineering program manager who through the Summer STEM Academy targets youth to get them onto the educational path. The EOP&S counselor who spoke of his own difficult academic journey and taking BC's support services out into the vineyards directly to the farm workers. Several employees spoke of the joy found in serving others, working with a purpose, that working at BC is the best experience of their lives, and that BC is both home and family, and that they love waking up every morning coming to work at BC. We learned about the support Bakersfield College has in the community for both community members and community partners, including the principal of Arvin High School, who talked about the 10 career education pathways and the 10 academic pathways, and the amazing results of a thoughtfully designed and implemented dual enrollment program that results in high school graduates leaving with 30 to 60 units, enabling students to graduate with an associate's degree either just before or on the same day as they receive their high school diploma, or to come to BC after completing high school with a significant number of credits already completed. The Chief Academic Officer for the Arvin Kindergarten through 8th grade school, who works with staff from BC to create a college-going culture in their students from an early age, which carries to dual enrollment courses at Arvin High School, which is across the street, and lowers the barriers to attending college for local communities. The administrator from Bakersfield Family Medical Clinic, who seeks out graduates of the BC nursing program due to their superior training and critical thinking skills. We learned that all 7 of the inaugural class of the Industrial Automation Baccalaureate degree program had multiple job offers as they walked across the stage at commencement. From all of this, the team concluded that Bakersfield College has mature processes for participatory governance, planning, program review, and evaluation of policies, procedures, programs, and practices. BC's leadership and active engagement in these processes is reflected in committees such as Program Review, College Council, and the Accreditation and Institutional Quality Committee. In institutional reports such as Closing the Loop and the State of the College, and in BC's early adoption of the Guided Pathways Framework, the completion coaching communities, and using data coaches to support student success. Clearly, this empowering environment drives your innovation. The team was also impressed with BC's commitment to capacity building in all faculty and staff. This is evidenced by your exemplary and multifaceted professional development activities that are offered both real-time and on-demand to ensure the broadest reach for employees who wish to participate. Team members are incredibly impressed with the faculty and staff's dedication to your mission. Your laser focus on growing a community-wide college-going culture, your support of access for all, and your continuous review of data to improve student outcomes and achievement. The dedication to your mission is clearly demonstrated in your outreach and support of students in the rural portions of your 5,000 square mile service area. All of these programs and services are made possible through your sustainable financial planning that over the last 5 years has integrated various sources of funding, including the unrestricted general fund, long-term categoricals, short-term grants, and funds from the College Foundation. And that's only been augmented by the amazing Measure J. We know that your mature and empowering processes that invite all constituencies to lead will facilitate your ongoing improvement work with student learning outcomes, especially in the student affairs areas, and with clarifying any district policies to ensure full alignment with accreditation standards. Beyond a few suggestions contained in the text of the report, this team has no recommendations for Bakersfield College. In closing, the enthusiasm and energy around the work that you do with and for your communities is palpable. In one of the forums, somebody said that BC is a place where dreams are created and dreams are fulfilled. Late on Tuesday, after taking part in a full day of interviews, one of the team members, upon returning to the team room, said, "What a neat college. I want to work here." I think that statement reflects how the entire team feels after spending this brief but intense time with you. So short of becoming employees, we would at least like to be adopted as honorary renegades. In joining with you, we would like to say we are